Okay, it seems we should be back momentarily. Oh. Oh no! It's completely ripped. Jay, I don't even think they can hear us.
Oh, jeez.
This is one of those times where you almost have to acknowledge the... Oh, it's back up? Oh. Oh, shoot. Hello, chat.
Yeah, we're going to catch up what we can here.
Yes, all three of these runners are in last place. But they are playing to not be in actually last place. They're tied right now. So, yes, the admins allowed them to do this special three-way, which is a cool idea. And yeah, so I'm going to be a bit delayed, but I'm just going to look at this for now, and then I can see what the runners are doing. We have one person that escaped, so they did find the powered gloves while we were out.
Yeah, it looks that way.
And no runners making a weird play at ad. I'd love it if these runners just started making really weird route decisions to throw us off. But it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting that. We did get an early check on... Ooh. Kevin needs to be careful in this room.
Yeah, Kevin could fall into a little bit of fall there in the mini Moldorm cave.
I would want those bombs so... Oh no! He's like, I guess I'm dead? Unfortunately, he is.
Okay, there we go. I've got the main stream back up now. So I can keep up with that. Kevin Cabarello heading over to escape, it looks, heading as well. So he's going to get that.
I'm not sure where the powered gloves were.
My guess is in the back of escape. Space Cowboy going to be working on mini Moldorm cave here.
They can't be in the back of escape.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Right, but they need powered gloves to get to the back of escape, so it's probably a mini Moldorm.
Nah, that's true.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out right here from
there's Moon Pearl.
Ooh.
And Red Meringue. That's what we found in mini Moldorm.
Okay. I mean, we did miss a different route. Or maybe they all have powered gloves. That's also possible.
It's very possible. We apologize, folks. We're trying to catch ourselves back up here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kevin Cabarello now heading. You got to stop out and pick up some more bombs from the Lake Hylia shop. Meanwhile, it looks like Space Cowboy is going to be heading over to Aganet, looks like. No, actually, he's going to stock up on some rupees. He's heading over to the Desert Rupee area. He wants to make sure he's got his Zora money. We've got a map check there. I see 2 crystals in Hera and Desert. Couldn't see what the last one. I couldn't see what was at Eastern, unfortunately.
Dad's pointing out to remember shops. It's actually a pretty important thing. There are a lot of shops that are actually like right there. The worst one though is if you're looking for bombs, there isn't one on Light World Death Mountain. Well, there is, but it's blocked by bombs.
Kevin Cabarello hitting Sir Hassalo's closet, only finding some cash and I think a piece of heart in there. So not much. There's our map check. It's Red Pendant at Eastern Palace.
It's a little unfortunate. Something you kind of want to see. Like at least green, if not a crystal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's right beside Sashrilla. It's a common early check. They have powered gloves though. They could sequence break to Death Mountain. We are going to see a play on Zora here.
Looks to be that way.
Does he have the money? Almost has the money.
Yeah, 50 rupees, and that's not hard to find in this run, so we'll see. Meanwhile, Kevin Cabarello going to make the play on Eastern Palace, so he's going to find out what's hiding in there. We've got at least 3 unique items you can find, so let's see if one of those does pay off. Version 26 does tend to favor items in dungeons, and especially likes to troll you with items in pendant dungeons.
Yeah, it's just a like kind of quirk with the new logic, and that it places a lot of the dungeon-related stuff early, in the logic, or sorry, places like the small keys after, so you get interest in layouts for the dungeons now. It was very samey before this change.
Indeed, and LavanFirestorm finding Titan's mitts from the hobo.
Wow, that's actually huge considering we have Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump on the assumption that Lavan does have the Moon Pearl.
I'm pretty sure he checked Mini Mobile in Cave 2, so yeah, he should have them.
Yeah. Well,
Again,
we'll
we
wait
don't
to see his menu, but now he's gonna get to go straight to. Man, he could go straight into Ice Palace right now if he really wanted to.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll do that.
No, he actually has borrows. That's not even a joke. He actually could if he had magic. That's crazy.
The only thing that's stopping him is he doesn't have a sword of any kind, but we'll see how that changes.
He has hookshot, and that kills everything in the dungeon.
He doesn't have hookshot.
Oh, that's silver arrows. Never mind. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. You can't actually get past the first door without a sword.
Kevin Cabarello exiting out of Eastern. I don't think he found all the items, unfortunately, because I know he found Compass early on, so I guess he's figuring out.
Oh, he's tipping Zora for now. We're gonna get to see what Zora has, though, on Space Cowboys stream.
Maybe. We'll see. He's got the money for it. And there was a hard container on the ledge, so maybe he'll grab that on the way out.
We'll see. It depends on how... I mean, that would be an indication of maybe doing the Ice Palace. No, he won't probably do Ice Palace yet.
You're asking for something that's not going to happen right now.
I'd recognize it, do it, enter the dungeon, find the jellyfish, and go, how do I kill you? I killed the Freezor, but what about you?
Yeah. You'd have to have a lot of magic to go into Ice Palace right now with only bombos, because that eats your magic fast. Lavan is going into Dark World, though, and Zora with only bombs.
So, look, Pendant TR, but it's green Pendant. And Pendant...
Skull Woods.
Well, I'd still check it, like, right now. But...
Yeah, and it looks like Crystal 6 is Ice, so that means I think it was Hera had Crystal 5.
Okay, it's not too bad. Oh, don't die to the... I can't remember what those are called. Those aren't light lights. Light lights is that guy. Those are Poros, I think. Like that.
Actually, I don't think they're... Well, tell me what the light lights are. I don't think they're in this game, because...
Light lights are the guys with the mouth that steal your shield.
Yeah, but... Well, I guess that's... We'll see. Anyway.
I think light lights are the chompy guys outside of the pyramid.
Yeah. All right, so Firestorm going to check out Skull Woods right now. We'll see what he finds there. So far, not much.
There's a very smooth chest room there from Lavan.
Very well done. That place is tricky, to say the least. So we'll see what else we find hiding through here. There's the burrito.
Oh, I'm being told that those aren't actually light lights. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Light lights are usually like jellyfish or like jelly-looking things.
I don't know. The shield snatchers have always been fun.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so Lavan not finding much in Skull Woods. Already going to do a bumper cave check, it looks like.
I see a lot of runners do this just to get out of the way. Some runners will wait till they have like Mirror or until they have Kate. Like Mirror, so that because those same runners are usually the ones who skip checking Lumberjack Cave, even if they go through Sanctuary. So they just kind of combine a bunch of their knowledge together.
Makes sense. Only finding $20 there, though, and it looks like Kevin is going to make... I think he's making a play on Death Mountain. This is technically a sequence break because he does not have the lamp, but you never know what you might find there.
Yes, Nick must. This is a three-way race for not being last place in the main tournament, or at least not being last place of the finisher. It says all forfeits would obviously be under them. They want to be the last survivor, basically.
Old man only giving 3 bombs for the escort there. But we'll see. Lavan checking chess game finds like $100 and another 20, so he gets a little money back. And we've got Fighter Sword on Spectacle Rock.
Oh man. Well, I mean, at least if they find Mirror, they have to find Mirror, don't they?
Yeah, they kind of have to find it because Swamp Palace is a crystal. So
Hmm.
eventually they're going to grab that. All right, it looks like Lavan is going to head into Thieves Town. Let's see.
I like the play.
Yeah, makes sense. Still haven't found anything big at early big key. That's always nice, though. You're guaranteed to find it in these first 4 chests, so not that big a deal. But we still got 4 chests, or 3 other chests in here, so let's see what we find early on.
I'm pretty sure that this Bombos is going to be required to enter Ice Palace.
You shall see. Kevin Cabarello going to head to Hobo now, going to get his Titan's mitts. While Space Cowboy is making the full clear through, or the full way through Eastern, going to check the Manila Big Key location and see what's hiding in there. And Lavan finding all 3 major dungeon items in the first 4 chests. There was no items in the front.
Oh.
So that means all of the unique items are in the back end of Thieves Town. So I think he's death warping out.
Oh, that's... You can beat this dungeon pacifist with the boomerang pretty easily. You just stun everything. The hardest room is the what was it called? Like the gauntlet room that they have. But I guess he wants to have a sword so he can just beat it in one go.
Yeah, I can't blame him there. You want to at least have some kind of attack. But we'll see what else we find there. Bug net in the big chest in Eastern.
Probably gonna do like smiths and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, so he's heading out of there. Looks like Kevin's gonna be heading up to Zora now. While LavanFirestorm is going to pay a visit to Al Baldwin. Let's see what the digging game gives us today. We still haven't found anything serious yet in terms of item progression, which is this far in already. That's unusual. Oh, sword from the digging game!
Oh, wow. Okay. So Ice Palace is officially open. I totally forgot earlier that you do actually need a sword just to enter Ice Palace. Required for the... I was playing swordless earlier. Please forgive me, chat.
Happens to everybody there, Zal. So he's going to check old Stumpy up here and see what he's got. And we get just a bomb upgrade. At least we have a sword now. And we know where we can get a second sword, so guaranteed we will have at least Master Sword by the time we get to Ganon's Tower. But can we get better than that? That's the question. And it looks like Gavon's heading over to the cave formerly known as the Hype Cave. But I get the suspicion we might actually get some hype here because we have yet to find anything so far. But let's hold your hype until we know for sure. Starting off, we have the empty bottle there from the thief. Let's see what else we find. We have 20 bucks, big heart, piece of heart, and 300 bucks. Yep, trash cave.
I mean, money's good. I'll go on a limb and say that these runners may want safeties. Just because so far this seed, like, we already know where one sword's locked, and that's never a good thing. Whenever you see a sword locked behind something, you just know the seed's gonna give you nothing.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think with this setup, they may never find the fire rod. So we have to pray that all 3 of these runners do know that they can finish all of Ice Palace with bombos. That is actually something not everyone knows. I've even seen people who I thought were like relatively very knowledgeable, just like completely not know that. So interesting thing, we're gonna find out from Space Cowboy here if Lavan skipping this bat chest is going to be a problem.
Yep, and also Levon also checking escape. We haven't seen that play made yet. The dungeon area. Nope,
Oh,
this
there's
is
a
small.
bow. Oh, that was a small T. Okay. Oh, I thought that was bow. I was like, this is
Oh no, nope, no bow.
There have been times where, like, when I'm checking Uncle, and I don't have like a sword or anything, and just bombs, I've like wanted to check that first chest so many times. Like, oh, is this gonna be something like really good?
Oh man, so no bow yet, folks, but we'll see what we got. Levon checking the dungeon area of escape. We'll see what else we find hiding in here. There's at least 1 or 2 items we might find. And there's the burrito, so we might see something in Zelda's treasure chest.
Chat is telling me it's the bow. Levon does have the bow.
Wait, who? How? When? When did he? I don't. I know for a fact I saw a small key in that chest.
Wait. Chat.
I know I saw a small key.
Oh no! One of those just had to be a small key because he currently has a small key. Okay,
yeah.
So, wait.
I know the bow when I see it.
At least I'm not the only one who thought that was the bow. Okay, that was definitely half magic.
That was half magic. Okay, so apparently, oh, you know what it is? I was looking at Kevin, who was in Skull Woods and got a small key. It was Levon who got the bow.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Well, yeah, he's got the bow. Okay, I am mistaken. This is the problem with running with when you have to watch 3 racers at once, you know?
I keep looking, I'm not gonna lie, I keep looking at the bottom right tracker and thinking, why does this person have no... I keep thinking Kevin has no items. Also, Space Cowboy definitely has Titans, but again, we had a few technical issues at around 10-minute mark, so not everything is perfectly updated.
Yeah. No fault to our tracker, who's also having to keep up with this. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. Sir Laugh-A-Lot, I think is what his name is.
In all caps.
Yeah, and with a whole bunch of weird lettering, because he wants to be fun like that. But yeah, you know, when you had technical issues and when you have as much stuff as to keep an eye on as this, even the best trackers can slip up. Trust me, I've done tracking before. I know how hard it is. And Kevin Cabarello finding bombs in Thieves Town. While Space Cowboy picking up his sword from... Why is he digging more? He already got the sword. He had a little OCD moment there. He wanted all those squares to fit. Now, as far as I know, Kevin did not pick up the sword yet, so he's doing Thieves Town completely swordless, which, given that he has no weapon to fight blind with, is a very risky play.
Okay, so I can't remember if we saw all the items in Eastern on the other checks.
Yep.
Oh, was that powder?
That was powder. Powder
Ooh.
from the maiden's chest.
No, that doesn't unlock an item yet. Oh, he doesn't have the sword.
Yeah, it doesn't have a sword, doesn't have a hammer, can't check the big chest, so he is going to have to come back here later to complete Thieves Town, and he's trying to figure out where to go next. Admittedly, with the lack of items, their options are limited, though. At this point, no, doesn't have hammer or mirror. He can't even check magic.
Oh, he didn't even check the overworld. There's so much overworld to check.
There's a lot to check here. Nobody's checked Agonist Cave yet, and I think that's where Kevin's going.
Right, I just hope he doesn't forget that he can like check everything, like Hype Cave and everything, without the hammer.
Yeah, because right now, I mean, even with the sword, there's not much they can do.
Also, they have Flipper. They can go to Pod, or at least Lavan could go to Pod with that bow. It's like a long trek, but it's doable. Not having the hammer like makes for some very awkward travel in Dark World, because you are, without Adulam unlocked, you're basically required to go all the way, like around. It's very long trips.
All right, so let's see what Agnes Cave has to offer. He's gonna bomb Agnes just for the heck of it. Let's hope he doesn't regret that Fisher Price shield. Yeah, he's probably. I think that bombing was somewhat deserved.
Or maybe it would have been like the hood shot if he didn't bomb Agina.
That's true. Maybe that was his punishment. Ha
So far, seed doesn't seem too bad. Guess we're gonna get some information on the ledge here from Kevin.
There's a lamp.
Wow. Okay. So
That's
it's either
trolly.
Book or flute mirror locked. And we get the bid key from Lavan. Probably has to see the whole dungeon here if he's able to do the dark room.
LaVon's already done the dark room, I think.
No,
Yeah.
the actual dark room.
That's
The one
true. True.
The
Back
one
dark
that's
room.
actually hard.
Yeah. Fair point. Fair point.
Does he have? Yeah, he has lots of arrows, so it's not too bad. It's not easy when you don't have a lot of. Nope, he's not gonna do it.
He is noping on out of there.
It is a pendant. Maybe he collected all 3 items. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, or either that, or he doesn't feel confident with the dark room and doesn't want to risk getting that last item from the Armos Knights.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we're not seeing any big plays yet, and we still have not completed any dungeons, and we're almost 30 minutes in. But I'm calling it now. Space Cowboy might be the first because he has a sword. He can defeat blind at this point, and so I think that might be our first play.
Yeah, that would end up being the first crystal. Kevin's probably gonna end up with his sword shortly.
Looks like it. So yeah, this seed, you said it's not that bad, but I disagree. I think this seed's been pretty trolly thus far.
I know the location, like getting early Titans is nice. It doesn't lock you out of anything. They could go to Death Mountain anytime they want as a sequence break. It wouldn't open up anything yet, but they could check it at the save point.
That's true. I'm just looking at it in terms of logic. They're right now, Thieves Town literally is the only dungeon they're able to complete at this point, logically.
It is a crystal. They are also, complete in. They could do Eastern. Lamp is obviously where it is, which means that the book is probably maybe in Hype Cave. But again,
no, we already checked. No, we checked Hype Cave. Remember, it was trash.
Right. Pod probably has something because of this early bow.
That might be possible. Yeah, there might be something in Pod.
It's
like,
only
I think
trolly,
the logic was.
It's only trolly if you don't check Eastern ever. So
Eastern doesn't have anything.
Sorry,
yeah,
not Eastern. I meant Escape.
Pod.
If you don't check Escape.
Yeah, Escape is what's keeping these guys out. So LaVon's got the early advantage. Oh, Cowboy taking a death on blind.
Yeah, Blue Mail. All it does is make it so that his contact damage is 1 instead of 2. Same with his laser beam.
But yeah, when you have that much going at you on screen at one time, it is hard to deal with. And if you kind of almost have to have full health and at least 1 nail upgrade to even survive blind. Again, I know from experience. So I can understand having a struggle there. And this means it's even going to be slightly harder now because he doesn't have the advantage of starting behind blind like you would when you bring the maiden in. So he's going to grab that extra heart. Let's see if round 2 treats him any better. Oh, that's a good question from chat. I don't think Sick Kid's been checked yet.
Somebody just did. It was nothing.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
Somebody
had LaVon
just checked
because
it.
Must have been LaVon. He's the only one that has a bottle, as far as I know. Well, Kevin did just get one, and Cowboy with another death on blind. Blind is not playing nice today. It looks like.
Okay, so Kevin's about to get his first sword. So every runner's gonna have a sword in a moment. We're gonna see LaVon finish doing the basement section of blind.
We'll see if he has any better luck with blind once he gets the maiden pin, drops her off.
They have about the same health. I'm not sure how Space Cowboy's already at 4 health. He should also have powder, so he could just go powder that fairy if he wanted to.
That's true. And Kevin Cabarello now, he is going to take the swordsmith. He's taking the play on that. So let's see if that pays off.
This is a long time spent.
True, but without the mirror, I mean, you know, we still don't know where the mirror is. He doesn't really have much choice, given the lack of items we found so far.
Oh, that was spooky. I hate that laser. I don't know what triggers it AI-wise.
He's cutting it close. Oh! So close! So close! Poor cowboy. He is just having no luck with blind.
Powder the fairy in the 2 rooms to the left, and you're golden.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Levin. I believe both Levin and Space Cowboy have the powder, because it would be pretty hard to get here without it. You'd have to actually just forget the chest. Oh no, they do. Yeah, it's on the screen. Never mind.
Yeah, tracker's keeping track.
Mushroom is. I have a tracker where Mushroom and powder share.
And just a 5-arrow upgrade from the swordsmith. Not
so
much there.
Long.
Alright, looks like Lavan might have better luck with blind here. Oh, but he's losing health fast. He's careful. This is tricky. Oh!
There we go.
Clutch fight with the blind there from LavanFirestorm. And only getting $5.
Well, they also got this very important thing called the crystal that opens up a very important door, so it's not all.
Well, true, but still, you know, at this point, you're hoping to find something, anything. And Space Cowboy also probably feeling a little frustration doing all that and only getting $5.
Green mail was on the start screen.
Yeah, green. I think he's asking where blue mail is.
I think he
which was in the well.
He's either doing that or he's memeing. I'm not sure which one. I feel like we both gave adequate answers.
Yeah, I think we both kind of covered that.
I don't know when somebody. So Lavin hopefully knows that he has access to Pod, because it is a very strange instance that he's in. That hammer could very much be in Pod.
Yeah.
To get to Pod without adding them open, you have to go all the way through the right side of the world, or through the top right, pass by Dart Sanctuary, pass by the graveyard, etc. And then jump in the water, swim down, jump in the water, walk down, and then you can get there. It's not easy to remember that that's a path.
Yeah. And looks like Space Cowboy's taking the frog on a bit of a world tour, while Lavan's just going to take him straight there. Both of them are going to be disappointed by what they find, either both on the way and once they get there. The journey and the destination, both terrible. So yeah, I think their only play at this point would be Pod, because I can't think of anything else they could do at this point. This is pretty interesting. But since we're not seeing much for a little while here, I'm going to take this time to remind you folks, if you are enjoying our 3 runners, LavanFirestorm, Kevin Cabarello, and Space Cowboy, please do give them a follow on Twitch, so you can show your support, and as well to our tracker, Sir Laugh-A-Lot, and of course, myself and my co-commentator Zelda. Give us all a follow. It would be much appreciated. We put on a good show for you guys.
Okay, so again, wait, where is Space Cowboy going?
That is a good question. Is he taking the long way around to Pod with the frog? Oh no, is he going to Pyramid and Catfish with the frog?
Oh my gosh, he's going to Pyramid and Catfish with the frog.
He is!
You can't, though. Yes, you can. Hold on, that's so weird. I forgot that with flippers you could go this way.
Yeah. It's a slightly faster route, but not by much.
It's faster if you're doing both. I think it's slower. I don't know. Weird.
And Lavan also is going out of the way to do the purple chest. He's taking the long way around on both fronts. But let's see what these guys find here, because we are running out of items fast. And we find Piece of Heart from the purple chest. And Kevin Cabarello took a death on blind and is already low on health going in for round 2. I get the feeling he's going to need to use the fairy here. And only a big 20 in the pyramid. Wow, this is, yeah, I'm saying it now. This is a severely trolly seed.
They have access to pod. The only thing, I'll call it trolly when Hammer's at, what's it called? Oh no, Hammer can't be at so somebody said Hammer, like, it would be trolly if Hammer was at Ice Palace, but it actually can't be. Hammer's at Fat Fairy, because Ice Palace is required for Fat Fairy.
Yeah, that's not possible.
That is it. Yeah. What happened to Zelness? I'm right here. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably think because my name's under. This is a 3-way match. I'm not the runner.
No, he's the commentator.
Yeah, my name's
on the screen, folks.
Yeah, my name's just under the yellow though. I could see that misunderstanding.
Kind of.
The amount of times and Kevin takes a death on blind, I believe.
That's the second death he's taken, so he's having about as much luck as Space Cowboy was earlier. All right, let's see what the Quakefish has got for us here today. Can we finally find something here? What do we got? Piece of heart.
Well, he's probably going to be somewhat confused. Lavan may have to save and quit, walk all the way to the village to walk all the way to Pod. If he takes that way. Yeah,
we are like all right, if you don't call it a trolley seed, it's a very super linear seed. That much, yes. I think we could say.
Oh, it's definitely linear. Kevin, I think, has forgotten about the fairy to the left because he was trying to get that bunny bean to heal up, but there's actually just a fairy 2 rooms to the left. Like there's like a room with 2 horse heads. I think Lavin is going to the other side of the world. Hopefully he goes to Pod. Recognizes that he has bow, which means that all of Pod is opened up.
Yeah, he's the only one who has the bow, which is why I understand Space Cowboy not checking it yet. But sooner or later, it's interesting that neither Kevin or Cowboy have even bothered to check escape.
Yeah, I think Oh, sorry. This is why I think a lot of runners do all of Light World before they go to Dark World, in case they forget. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with the knowledge they have of their routing.
Yeah, I've always said, I've always been a fan of check everything. Unless you know for certain an item's not going to be there, check it, because you're probably going to miss it. And Kevin taking another death on blind, he is just having no luck. Oh, but Cowboy, I think he's realizing he missed something. And I think Kevin's making the same play. I think they both realize they forgot to check something, so they're going to check the dungeon area, and they're going to get their bows and be somewhat relieved to find something they can use.
So this is pretty much the only place these 2 runners can go. I think Lavin should be heading to Pod momentarily. With the early bow, it's usually a very good indicator to go to Pod, because the way the dungeon's programmed, bow is what unlocks the dungeon.
It is potentially possible to do Pod without the bow, but it is such a slim chance of actually being able to go too far in, because there's a room that may be bow locked if you don't find a key very early on. So you kind of want to go ahead and make sure you have the bow before going in there, just so you don't have that problem. All right, so Lavan now heading up to Pyramid. Not going to be happy with what he finds up there. So at this point, yeah, it's down to who goes to Pod first. And let's see, I think Lavan might be the first one to make that play. So that's pretty much the only one we're going to be paying attention to at this point, because we know what Cowboy and Kevin are going to find.
Yeah, the half match is really nice, but I think this might be a fire rodless seed, just because of, like, we already have the bombos. Now, luckily, half magic does make Ice Palace significantly easier.
Yeah, Ice Palace, half magic with Ice Palace is always a blessing, because yeah, it's a very magic heavy dungeon is Ice Palace. Oh man, I think Kevin did not check Uncle, so he's checking that right now. Looks. Oh no, he's going a different route. Where is he going? Indeed, Lavan heading into Palace of Darkness, paying off our favorite extortionist, Kiki the Monkey, and let's see what the palace is, what trolling the palace has done to these guys. Oh, and there's the early key, so they would not have been bow-locked, surprisingly.
Yeah, I'd like to remind everyone that these runners, to even be in this tournament, was like super hard. I didn't get in this tournament.
I would have never had a chance, so that's why I'll stick to commentary. It's what I'm good at.
So, like, these runners are good runners. I race with these guys all the time, and they've put up very consistent results. You have to remember that there were 100 top-tier players in this tournament, and only 40 of them are going to move on to the brackets. So these guys are actually pretty darn good runners. I would put them in the top 100 racers.
Yeah, the only reason these guys are 0-5 is just they just had, the challenging run seeds that trolled them, any number of things. Mm-hmm. It's less about their own skills and more of just sometimes bad luck. So there should be no disrespect to these guys at all. They've worked hard. I've seen some of these guys.
Against Spacecowboy, I think also making the right play, but we might also see Kevin finish this dungeon, which I would like to see. I'd like to see somebody do that dark room. I think it's a really good, clean thin when you see it completed. But
there's some literacy.
Oh, there's the blitz. So that's. Oh my goodness. Okay, now this seed's trolling.
Oh yeah,
because now it's pod to unlock. Yeah, no,
unlock desert. Yeah,
unlock desert to unlock the lamp. The seed's a little trolly, okay?
When Telnus is admitting a seed is trolly, you know it's trolly, folks. Trust me, this guy is hard to convince. I know.
I usually give the seed the benefit of the doubt. Okay, just we all have weird decisions. Sometimes sometimes we overthink the trolliness of it. No, that's pretty bad. I would be pretty mad at that.
Yeah. And folks, no, this is not a shade seed. A shade seed is when they get a lot of good early items, and then that last item trolls them. That's a shade seed.
This is
nonetheless.
Okay, now that can't be the only thing. It could be. No. Have we seen Death Mountain? Did one of these runners go up there?
Yes. Yes, we did. That's how we know.
There's nothing there. So they need to find hammer or hook shot in here.
That's what we're looking for. Unless it's hiding in desert, which force double dip into pod. That is cruel.
That would be pretty bad. Unless these runners can do the Helmasaur room without Fire Rod, this is probably a double dip for most people. Okay, so now Kevin. So this seed could trip up even really good runners execution-wise. He doesn't know. I don't know if he knows the path to pod.
I think he's confused. I think he's lost. He doesn't know where to go. You can tell.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. This is something that trips up people. I've seen people who've been racing for months, and they'll just run into this seed for the first time, and it's whoa. You never get tripped up by this ever again, because once you learn how useful the flippers are for routing, you remember it. But
also, I just got a request from one of our favorite commentators. If we find a certain item soon, he wants to pop in and say something about it. I think you know what I'm talking about, though.
I think that would be okay.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why not. In fact, I think he just joined us here, but we'll let him have his moment when it comes. So let's see what we find here. And Lavan going to search the dark room of some of the dark rooms here in Pod. Without the lamp, it's tricky. Technically, this is a sequence break, but considering we know where the lamp is, he's going to find it eventually. And looks like Kevin's going to checking the sewers of Escape. Very interesting play there.
Is Lavan going to use the powder to figure out where he is in the room?
That's interesting.
Oh no, right, he has a sword, right. I remember one day early in the tournament, we all, I think it was in general of the Discord, we just figured out all the different ways, even obscure ways you can figure out where you are in a dark room. The most obscure one we figured out was the flute. You can figure out what side of the room you're on if you have no sword and a flute, because you can hear it in your ears if you have stereo.
Yep.
Oh, we found one item. It was the compass. Now,
the compass.
We can't find the Titan's mitts in here.
Well, we already have Titan's mitts.
I know. That's the point. Unfortunately, we can't have a redo of the other day.
Yeah, and it looks like Kevin Cabarello is completely lost. There's a big heart there in the other chest. So it comes down to what's left. I think there's just that one, the big chest left, which is where he's going now. And then from there, it's off. If he doesn't find the hammer, he's probably going to have to nope out of here. So let's see what we find. And it is just the burrito.
No vanilla hammer.
Oh, that would have been fun. But no, it looks like we're going to have to...
Kevin isn't missing something. He's forgetting that you can, and it's actually not that hard to forget. You can actually get to Pod and East Dark World with the flippers and a set of gloves.
Yeah, so he is completely lost on that one. He's heading back up. He's trying to figure out what can he do, not realizing there is something he can do. This seed has been trolly. And unless you know every way to get to every location, you're going to eventually get lost.
It's not unlike... Oh, are we going to... Oh, he's going to be very disappointed in a moment when he can't do Spike. He can't do anything here either.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes he's so lost. He has no idea what to do.
This is actually one of the things that trips up everyone, I think, at least once. Just because... If you haven't done a weird speedrun category of this game, maybe... Whoa! Oh, never mind. Did we just get that? Oh, never mind. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, unless you've done a glitch category of this game, you might never realize that you can get there with the flippers and the gloves. It's the weirdest thing that you can do. And he doesn't have the lamp, so Adenum 1 isn't on his mind. He doesn't have Adenum access. So I feel really bad. This is something that can happen.
Alright, so let's see.
Small
key. Double dipped into 2 dungeons. That is cruel.
Wow. I think I would steal the small key from the boss area.
He might be tempted, but yeah. There's the mirror! Finally, we're on something here!
Okay.
Woo!
We can get the other sword. We can go to Hera. We still don't have a hammer, though. But we can get the other sword. We can go to Hera. That's a good one.
I think Lavan is not going to bother checking left side.
No, I don't think I'd steal the key in this instance. I
think he's gonna...
I think if I found nothing, I would. But finding that mirror, that's boom, let's go.
Yeah, he's grabbing his lamp from the ledge. That means he can full clear Desert Palace.
Is he going to go beat the boss? Yeah, it is a crystal. Let's just go beat the boss. Why not?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's gonna grab that lamp. Now that he's got a fire source, he can full clear it. Why not?
He might luck out. He might
Never know.
find the other item. So
Yeah.
that would be interesting. If the small key's there and it's still not required, that would be cool. That would be something I've never seen before.
This could save him some time here. It's a gamble to be sure, but it's not a bad gamble.
Oh, you know what? Kevin could go to ice. He
Oh
might.
dear.
So, like, if there was like progression in ice, like what if Hammer and Hookshot were in ice? How crazy would that be?
Yeah. Like I said, with how this seed has been trolling them, and we can definitely say this seed has trolling them hard.
Yeah, they're
going to start making some rare gambles here.
This is a seed that, even if you knew everything about it, would take a very long time. Hammer speeds up your overworld without Flute significantly, and so only having the Titans, so you can only access Dark World from here, like where Kevin is. Oh, he's going that side.
I think he's finally realizing where he needs to go. Oh, yeah.
The river. Oh, okay, good. The river is a weird thing in this game because it's blocked off in a bunch of places and then like not blocked off in like a bunch of others. Oh no, he's checking Mirror.
He's checking Bumper Cave.
I hope. Has he done this yet?
I don't think he has, and he's not gonna be happy because it's only $20. That Master Sword from Land Molus.
This was a good play from Lavin, and we're about to see our other mirror from Spacecowboy2011.
You gotta imagine our runners right now are thinking, "Good God, we're 0-5 here. Couldn't you cut us a break at least once?" So that takes care of our second crystal dungeon. Desert Palace complete there for LavanFirestorm. At this point, the play would probably be Tower of Hera if I were to hazard a guess. And finally, Kevin Cabarello making it to the other side of Dark World. So he's finally back on track. He's going to check Catfish and then head over to Pyramid. And then, of course, head over to...
Problems. These runners are doing a three-way tie to not be last. These are the 05 runners. They are the only 05 runners, as everyone else is either dropped or was unable to make the thin, etc. So these guys are going for pride. Yes,
absolutely. And again, folks, I want to make this very clear since we brought this up. No disrespect to these guys, because it's not, these guys worked their butts off. These guys are great runners. I've seen some of these guys in action. The only reason they are at this point is that it's just either they faced, the other runners took gambles they didn't, or the seeds were just trolly enough to them. Yeah, it's not about their talent.
Bad days happen to everyone, and you can have I've had it in a tournament where I dominated the early round, say the qualifiers, which some of these guys did. I know Space Cowboy did really well in his qualifiers. Lavin did as well. I actually don't recognize Kevin's name as much, but there's 100 people to keep track of, so that's to be expected. What I do know is to get past those qualifiers, you had to play your heart out.
Exactly. So please show some respect to these guys. These guys are awesome people. This is an interesting run, and it looks like Lavan is going to make the play, and he's going to have Tempered Sword going into Tower of Hera, which is always awesome to have. That makes Trolldorm so much easier, all things considered. And also as some people in the chat are pointing out, you're all, not only are these guys good, but they're also facing others who are the best of the best. When you've got all really good players, eventually even the better players are going to lose a race or two. So that's just what happened here. Lavan checking the Ether tablet, only finding a single rupee for his trouble.
I don't think the hammer can be in that chest, Dat. I think it has to be in Freeze Orb or Big Key sometimes, or in Penguin. So I think now that they have tempered, I hope to see an ice play once he's done Hera, if he doesn't gain any more access to the mountain.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll see what we find here. Already found the big key. There's the compass, so we're not going to see a basement run yet, but there's still a good strong chance depending on where we find the burrito or the map, for those who don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it right now, I would have dropped out after my fourth loss. I wouldn't be in this match.
Exactly. That's another reason why nothing but respect to these guys. These guys are doing it for nothing else but pride. They have no reason to run this race. They could have easily said, no thanks, I'm done. But no, they're doing it for the fun and doing it for the pride. That, to me, is more respectful than anything else. And
also, Kevin did make it to pod, so
yeah,
he didn't quit. He made it there. Like, getting lost. I've seen runners who were lost like that in, like, other matches this tournament, and they eventually found their way. And I think one guy even won, and they were, like, lost for the while. Because sometimes your opponent will just make an even worse mistake.
Yeah. Never you play until the end. That's how this works. That's the sign of a good runner, is you don't stop until you done. So nothing but love. Speaking of love, big love from the big chest. So that is one of Tower of Hera's 2 unique items. The last, I don't think I saw what the other chest had. So now that Kevin Cabarello is back on track, he'll be eventually catching his way back up through the rest of it. But meanwhile, LavanFirestorm taking on Trolldorm. Yes, we know his name's called Moldorm. We call him Trolldorm for a reason.
Yeah, it's been a thing for... how long has the ALTTP speedrun community been active for? That's probably how long that name has lasted.
I'm pretty sure people called him Trolldorm long before that even, so let's be fair here.
Let's also be fair, I don't think trolls being in our... What's the word? Etymology? That might be the word.
It might be.
For that long.
And Burrito from Trolldorm, so that means we will probably be seeing a basement run here. Sure enough, Lavan heading back in. So we're going to have a coffee break.
Thank you, Bob-tastic. See, that's a smart man. He has a PhD in everything. Lexicon. Thanks, chat. Wow, everyone in chat, suddenly smart.
There you go. And yet, LavanFirestorm gonna do the bat. Oh, trying to set up. Yep, there we go. Got the strats. There's your bathroom break, folks.
Oh, Grim did.
Yep.
Yeah, but he has less symbols in front of his name, so it's harder to see him.
Yes, but still, credit where credit is due. Space Cowboy making his play into Hera, while Kevin Cabarello working on Desert Palace at last. So he's getting there. He's catching up little by little. So let's see what the basement was hiding from us. It's got to be something good here at this point. What do we got? Come on, what do we got? It's Ice Rod.
Ooh. Well, that means absolutely nothing. So...
Potential trolling, I think is what that means.
Basically, all that means is that, like, it's not in GT.
Yeah.
Ice Rod can be anywhere with pendants.
Yeah, when Turtle Rock is a pendant dungeon, the Ice Rod can literally be anywhere. And when it is, then that means that only cuts out Ganon's Tower and Trinex.
Yeah.
So, getting that now, on the one hand, is great, because that means you don't have to worry about it. On the other hand, considering that Turtle Rock is a pendant, is probably scaring the life out of LavanFirestorm right now.
It's also green pendant, so it is blocking off Sastrilla. So there's like 2 additional spots it isn't that could have something important. This is kind of where this is kind of where I wish. Oh, I see the problem with the commentary command. This is yeah, the Ice Rod is nice to at least have. It's also a good weapon against a lot of bosses. People underestimate its strength.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But at this point, yeah, I think you're right. Ice Palace might be the right play at this point because there's really no other dungeons they could go to. They don't have the hook shot, so they can't do Swamp. They could go back and finish Eastern now that they have the lamp. Lavan actually going to head over to Graveyard Cave. And, of course, Misery Mire, we don't know what medallion it needs, nor do we have the hook shot or the big red cane or boots to access that. So, yeah, that's out. So, yeah, Ice Palace really, Ice Palace and Eastern are the only two dungeons they could clear at this point.
What could be in TR that's important?
Oh, that's boots!
Oh!
What are those?
Mirror locked boots.
Yeah.
There's anything locked behind? Desert's done. We know that.
Yeah, Desert's out. But that works out perfectly for Lavan because that's right nigh the King's Tomb, so he can immediately check.
That's cute. I like that.
That is, you could not ask for better timing, but only a big 20 from that.
Oh, you can grab the other bond spot though. It would be pretty sweet if something was locked behind boots. I think. So
That would be interesting.
this seed's starting to play out. They don't need the fire rod. It's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Even though Ice Palace, they did find Bombos like.
Actually, they do need Fire Rod because of Skull Woods.
Skull Woods is pendant.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. I was looking at Swamp Palace. My bad.
So the biggest thing is if right side is required. Now they have the boots, so like you can do it with a torch. The game doesn't expect it. But it is possible. So I doubt we'll see a right side gamble unless they find Fire Rod along the way. They have the mirror, so they need the hammer and the hook shot, which are two items that open up probably the most items and definitely the most dungeons. Hammer is required for almost every Dark World dungeon, and hood shots required for a lot of overworld. So, we're gonna see the play in the. Interesting. I hope something's here because that's always cool. Because it means if like it all you need to do is find like a few seeds where the lamp is where the lamp would have helped you here, but the lamp was trolly and it would have sequence broke you really good. I find that this chest is like not as hard as people think to learn.
Yeah, a Bloomerang on Lake Hylia Island. I don't know if you saw that before. And Space Cowboy making the play on Ice Palace.
Oh, you're my hero, man. Although you didn't pick up the third sword, that's less heroic.
He had to have. He had to have gotten that because I was on.
Oh yeah, he's on here. He's done Hera. That's fine. And 3 people. Normally, there's 2 chapters if there's 3 people.
Yeah.
The idea is, he has the red sword.
He's got
That's
sword.
fine.
Yeah, there we go.
I believe Kevin should also have it.
Yeah, they all should have tempered sword by this point.
Oh wait. Did Kevin never check the lamp? He might not have the lamp. I have to see his inventory.
I hope he didn't forget it. That's going to cost him later. Did he not finish Desert Palace?
He might not have finished Desert Palace.
That seems like a bad call to make. It's a crystal dungeon.
Wait.
He must not have realized the lamp was there.
He does have the lamp.
But he's got tempered sword. I just saw tempered sword. He had to have cleared it because that's how you got master.
Yeah. Is it? Yes.
Yeah, he's got tempered sword. I just saw it. So he had to have gotten the lamp because otherwise he couldn't have cleared it.
It's possible. Sometimes the tracker that we use doesn't respond to clicks.
Oh wait, no, he's only got master sword.
Okay.
Huh.
Interesting choice.
That is interesting.
So master sword spins are just like hammers, but if you just slash, it's the same as anything you do with your fighter sword. Troll arm takes the same amount of damage from master and from fighter. Okay, so so we're coming up to one of the chests and one of the most important tricks in probably Link to the Past period. It's the Ice Palace bomb jump.
Oh yes.
Pretty much the most important, probably one of the most famous tricks for this game has.
Yeah, if you were going to speed run Link to the Past in any capacity, this bomb jump is almost essential to master.
It is a little bit hard at first until you figure out the tricks to it. But yeah, it's probably the most famous trick that this game has, other than exploration glitch. It's also a neat little party trick if you have gamer friends that don't know about speedrunning. It's a fun little thing to show off because it looks really cool. It doesn't look like you're cheating if they're that kind of person, like who's like, oh, you're cheated because you skipped. It just looks really cool.
Exactly. Okay. And Lavan actually going to use the mirror to check the Bat Cave.
Okay. So yeah, you can, little to some people's knowledge, you can actually get this. Not everyone knows that. It's a little weird of a way to get to this guy, but it's going to lead us. Oh, and we're going to see another bomb jump. Oh, it's just 3 bombs, but we're going to see the other bomb jump for Ice Palace. It's a little harder.
Yeah, it's actually a trickier bomb jump and less necessary, but given they don't have the hook shot, it is necessary here.
If you have the boots, it's a little bit easier because you can actually get on like the edge a little bit easier. Oh no, yeah, he had it right. He just went too far to the right. It's actually, what's tricky about it is that you actually don't want to be up on the edge of the right side because you'll slip, as you see here. That's perfect. Or not.
Maybe not.
I get this sometimes, and I'm never 100% sure how or why. I think he's not far enough back.
And
you'd be surprised at how close to the edge you can be.
Yeah, and once again, it looks like Kevin Cabarello is a little confused about where he wants to go next. He doesn't know what else he can check, and poor Space Cowboy just having no luck with that bomb jump.
Oh, he's going to use his red potion. He is determined to make this bomb jump.
Yeah, I guarantee you I wouldn't be able to pull it off myself. I can't even do the ice palace, the main ice palace bomb jump, so this one would be near impossible for me. Well, let's see what we find. Lavan heading over to the mirror cave over by Old Stumpy. We'll see what we find
we've
there.
Seen this one.
No, we have not. And only a piece of heart.
Nope. He had it mostly right. I'm just not 100% sure what he's getting. Like what he's don't run out of bombs. Is he trying to give up? No.
No, he's got I think 2 bombs left?
Yeah, this one's not. I've done this. I did this in my early races. Whenever I ran up to a trick, I just like Google search it.
Ooh, he's not having fun there. Lavan heading over to Bombo's tablet. Yeah, yep, he's giving up. Space Cowboy is mirroring out. Let's see what the Bombo's tablet has for us.
Does he have a key? That's important.
No, he does not. Flute!
Whoa, that's
Flute
a big
from Bombos!
Deal. Okay. Now, we have my area is completely open.
Now we're starting to see something here. Lavan making the right gamble there.
I hope
not.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Lavan making the right gamble here. He could go to Ice Pals, but he is opting to finish up those overworld checks. And in a rare show of display for version 26, it actually paid off for him.
Kevin's going to find something too, possibly. He brought the chest along with him. It's going to take him a little bit longer to do, but it's one extra item out of this deal.
Yeah. So we're getting some good plays here, it looks like. Now let's see if Space Cowboy can finish up. Looks like he got some more bombs, so he should be good to go, unless that's his last one, I think. Can't tell. No, he's got 4 left.
You get bombs in this area, which is nice.
Well, you need bombs to take care of those Stalfos, so makes sense.
Yeah, the game doesn't give you 2, and the game doesn't expect you to kill them that way. So those Stalfos Knights are a little weird. They're a bit bugged. Basically, if one of them is vulnerable to bombs, the other one is, even if it's not supposed to be. And there he is. Kevin must be feeling really good about that. Oh, he left the chest behind. Oh, no. Oh, no, he did it. Never mind.
He turned it in.
Fire's Bombos!
Oh!
With the hammer!
Hammer! Stop! Hammer time!
Oh, man, the Ice Palace play was not the play.
Not fully, nope. It looks like Lavan taking a lead here because he's on the right track. Checking the checkerboard cave. Oh, fire shield.
Ah, Zelda picked it up. Not a bad idea considering he hasn't beat Meyer yet, and Meyer has a lot of fireball guys. Same with Swamp. So
Plus, better chance at riot shield later. I certainly wouldn't dispute it.
Hammer opens up Death Mountain. Left side Swamp. Beat-in Pod. It opens up Check-in Turtle Rock. But we don't have the Samarian item.
Not yet. Also, I should say for Kevin Caballero, the goose is loose. Forgot to do that earlier. And Levon going right into Misery Mire. I think he's banking on Vanilla Cane, maybe.
Mythical point out lets you beat Cold Stare as well.
Yeah, Bombos is one of those few medallions that is useful beyond just opening up dungeons.
Yep. It's sometimes required to open up ice, and it's vanilla like intended uses to open up Cold Stare's icicle body. There's an NPC somewhere that mentions Cold Stare, and he's like, "You're gonna need a magical item from the desert."
Space Cowboy gonna finish up the rest of Ice Palace here. I don't think he's found anything else yet, unfortunately, but we'll see what else he finds along the way. Meanwhile, Levon starting his play on Misery Mire. Kevin getting his hammer and getting pretty soon probably going to get his fire shield. Yep, he's going for it. So let's see what these guys find. So let's see. As far as go mode is concerned, we're still a hook shot. I think, yeah, hook shot's the only thing they really need. Hook shot and cane. So they need the cane to finish Mire, but those are the only two items they need for go mode.
Can a hook shot be on? They need the hook shot as well for go mode.
As I said, hook shot and cane.
Yeah,
Are the two items they need.
Yeah, somebody in chat mentioned that cane was all they need.
No, they need hook shot.
You hovering?
Yeah, unless you're a hover expert, which that's something only a select few people still can do. You know, yeah, you're gonna need hook shot, but that's it. I mean, we've got boots, so we can handle even if Big Key's on Bonk Torch, they can cover that. But yeah, so this should be interesting to see. And it looks like Space Cowboy once again restarting Ice Palace. Again, he's doing all this and he's wasting time. There's the Big Key and Mire, but Space Cowboy does not know he cannot full clear Ice Palace because the hammer's not there. We know this. So all he's doing is wasting time because he's gonna have to dip into this palace again anyway. Small keys for Levon, still, and Kevin Caballero working on Land Mollusk at this point. Gonna finish that up pretty quickly. Yeah, this seed, wow. Like, again, you even call this a trolley seed, and you don't say that lightly.
No, I'm usually pretty like, okay, you know what, game? I understand. I should have gone there and not there. You kind of told me that. It's fine. Like, some seeds are trolly to specific people. Seeds in general aren't necessarily all-around trolly. But this one requires a few double dips.
Yeah, this one is legitimately trolly. Still haven't found anything big here in Misery Mire yet. There's the compass and map. So we've got all of our dungeon items, except for maybe a key or two. So it looks like we're going to have to check Big Chest and Vanilla Big Key, find anything specific. And Maximum Barn is explaining the hovering. Yeah, if you use the boots, there's a one frame window where you can be over a pit where you would normally fall, but because you're charging up your run, you are not considered falling.
That's like the easy way to describe it. There's actually a little bit more complicated. Is that it's actually something like 1 frame on, then you have like 30 frames to do it again, because like all it's doing is it's like an item dash, and what it's doing is it's canceling the animation of you falling by charging up, basically storing it in the boots animation, and that's what item dashing is. It's storing. It's almost like storing as something. It's like bottle storage in other games, but it's boots. And so the easiest way that I've seen it done is on a SNES controller. You can just take your 2 fingers about the distance of the button apart. You just run your 2 fingers over the dash button and just run it over like really fast, and you'll dash across. And I think that's the way that a lot of the runners do it. Some runners actually do mash, but that's the harder method. So if you have a SNES controller or a SNES Lite controller, basically if you have a flat button, it's a lot easier. But most people are either on keyboard or they're on like a 360 style controller with like what's the word, like actual button. Yeah, like convex instead of concaved button or flat button. It's a lot harder.
Indeed. Kevin Cabarello now working on finishing Pod now that he has the hammer. We know there's not any significant items there, but I don't know if we confirmed all the items found. There's still a slim chance that Helmasar King might have something. Lavan not going to finish up Meyer because he cannot find the big red cane. So he's going to make the play on Ice Palace. Given what we found so far, there's a good chance that Cold Stare has an item.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, that would be nuts. I mean, nothing was in Ice Palace, so like that was just a gamble that they made. So that wouldn't be too trolly. That part wouldn't be, because that was a gamble that Space Cowboy rightfully made. The Space Cowboy's got to take a long walk over this. And now with Levin having the hammer, he actually has like the best access to the world. Same with Kevin.
Yeah, I'd say the advantage goes to Lavan right now because he's made the right plays thus far. And he's going to be able to clear these dungeons a lot better and a lot more efficiently than a lot of the other 2 runners have. Though Kevin Caballero, this is what we said earlier, as lost as he was earlier, he is starting to catch up very quickly because of what Space Cowboy did in Ice Palace. So even though he got lost and was out of the game for a little while, he's not done yet. He could still come back even if he doesn't win this race, he could take second at this rate.
Okay, so we're about to find the boots. So this is actually, I think, the trolliest part of the scene. The boots are in this cave that's locked by the mirror, and the flute's in the opposite side of the world. So 2 required items are just completely apart from each other. Nothing was in Meyer either.
No, it's certainly not.
It's gotta be Cold Stare, or I mean, they've got access to all of Death Mountain. I think that was actually the better play than Ice.
Very true, but Ice is a crystal dungeon. More specifically, it is a Fat Berry crystal. So that opens up a few more on them. So I don't blame them for going to Ice Palace first, because then they can check Fat Fairy and then go quickly to Death Mountain to check that as well. So either way, good. It's a good call to make. Just it's a matter of which one actually pays off. Ooh, Lavan made the bomb jump, but got knocked off by the fire wheel. By the fire wheel there. So now he's gonna have to do it again, and that's throwing him off.
I can like never get this. I get like the first time so many times, screw up somewhere else, like in this room, and then can never get it again. He gets it again.
He gets it again. It only took him 3, and this time I think he's gonna be able to make it all the way to the end. Also, to answer your question, Chad, the reason they are not doing Swamp is because it's a pendant dungeon,
and B,
it is a crystal dungeon, but it takes a while, and you don't want to risk going in there without the hook shot.
Mm-hmm.
So
vanilla hook shot's considered the trolliest thing in the game, and I'd actually agree, because vanilla hook shot's just like not anything anyone wants to do. People skip left side even when they're not in go mode. People it's a long portion of the dungeon. It's like 4 minutes. Like the total time to do the dungeon's like 6 to 8 minutes, and left side alone is like most of that.
So yeah, that's one of those plays you don't want to make unless you really have no other option. So Kevin Caballero now taking on the Helmisar King. 17 hits with the hammer, a few hits with the tempered sword, or if he decides to switch to the bow and 1 silver arrow shot will knock him right out.
Okay, so with this logic, I think you can beat the dungeon. No, maybe not, because that wasn't a small T.
No, but
No,
Kevin
I think the
Caballero.
logic wants him here, but he's gonna check anyway. I think I would just kill Cold Stare here without the hook shot.
Yeah, that seems to be the play, and I think that's kind of what he's... no, he's going back up.
Go up. Yeah, now he has to find a small key. Which he gets one for free, and there is one extra small key in the dungeon if you do the bomb jump. There's an extra one to open up the side door. So.
Kevin Caballero defeating Helmisar King, only getting a big 20 for his trouble, but that's still a crystal, and he can immediately mirror over to Eastern, but because it's a pen dungeon, he's not going to bother. He's heading... Where's he going? Oh, you know what? He hasn't done Thieves Town yet. I think he's going there. And Space Cowboy got to pick up his flute here shortly. He's going to probably be kicking himself for not checking this sooner. But then again, he did it with the purple chest, so good routing call at least. All right, so we're starting to see some similar paths here. Yeah, indeed, Kevin now heading into Thieves Town. He's going to be in much better shape in terms of this one. He has a few more hearts, and he also has Tempered Sword, which doesn't help in terms of damage, but does help in terms of having a slightly longer range, getting a little extra chance to hit blind. So that works out for him. Now Lavan going to take his turn over here on the other bomb jump. He's starting off having very similar luck as Cowboy did. Meanwhile, speaking of Cowboy, he's going to go ahead and loose the goose over there. This is getting interesting to see where these guys are going at this point. And there we go. Kevin Caballero finishing off blind, and Lavan took a death, but had that fairy. He caught that fairy earlier, and it looks like it was a good call because now he's going to have to keep trying to get that bomb jump.
I need to actually learn how to do this consistently. I know I've done it. I just don't know how I've done it. It's the same with Ice Balance Bomb Jump for the longest time. I would get it, and then I'd be like, not sure what I did differently there.
Yeah, very understandable there. Oh man, this race, I'm notorious for commentating a lot of Trolley Seas, but this is by far the trolliest I've ever commentated. Lavan finally getting the bomb jump. He finally makes it through, and he does a cool little trick where he runs to the bottom of the screen so that none of those spike blocks hit him, and then he can just run right back up. I actually learned that one myself seeing one of these runs. And Kevin Caballero checking Peg Cave, only finding $50. Not much there, so that didn't matter. He's whacking some of those birds there for his troubles. Oh, poor guy. And there's the riot shield for Lavan. That's gonna be nice. And he tried to go through the back on the stairs. Oh man. This is fun. Oh, and Space Cowboy, now that he's got the boots, he's gonna check those last 2 chests in Desert. There's the compass. So that means the last item's in Vanilla Big Key. What is hiding back there? We have... Oh, never mind. That was the burritos. So that was a waste of time. So that's all the chests in Ice Palace. I don't know if that's all the items yet. And if not, then that means Cold Stare's not going to have anything, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens here shortly, because that's where Lavan's heading. He's heading to Cold Stare. And is Space Cowboy... What is Space Cowboy doing? He's heading over... He's not doing Swamp, is he?
It's not a bad play right now. There isn't that much to do, but I would say Death Mountain. He has all the... Oh, no. Yeah, he has everything he needs for checking it.
Check it, yeah. Not complete it, but this should be interesting.
I was saying Death Mountain's the better play, but it's not a bad play to go to Swamp, I don't think. Not with this logic, not with the way that it prefers dungeons. Although Swamp, I think, is the exception to the rule. I think it's actually got a significantly less chance. If I'm remembering the stats correctly, Skullwood's like 45% chance of a progression being there, and then like Swamp is like something like 15%. It's very low compared to like the rest of the dungeons. So we'll see if it pays off though. When there's a low percentage, that's the definition of a gamble. This is if something's here, these other runners aren't going to find it anytime soon.
No, definitely not. This could be the turnaround for him. He needs to catch up quickly. Lavan, nicely done on Cold Stare. Couldn't get the corner, but he got the rest of it pretty well. And there's the other small key. So that's it for Ice Palace. Actually, it looks like Kevin is going to be the one to check East Death Mountain. Let's see what he finds. So it's between Space Cowboy and Kevin Cabarello to determine who's got the advantage, who made the better play here. We'll see if you're right or if Space Cowboy made the right call.
Now there's another medallion. We don't know if it's needed yet.
Not yet. Oh, again, we have already gotten the only medallion we need. We shall see. But that's... Let's check the cave up here. We got 5 potential items. When we find 20 bucks, big heart, another big heart. Here's some safety for you. Piece of heart, and 20 bucks. So that was a bust. Some frustration slashes there from Kevin. Now, he's not done here in East Death Mountain because he's got the Titan's Miss. He could check East Death Mountain, and then that might have something for him. Or Dark Death Mountain, I should say. Let's see what Space Cowboy finds here. There's the burrito. And Kevin got to check Spiral Cave. He does not have the boots, so he's going to be doing the Walk of Shame. Space Cowboy checking left side swamp, which is a good, thankfully he remembered to grab that key first. Never want to forget that. And was that? I think we just found Hookshot.
Oh, okay.
Kevin finding Hookshot. Yeah. Now Swamp is looking good. I didn't see what Lavan found.
That Ice Palace. Okay. Ice Palace. That was Hookshot. Hookshot was behind Ice Palace. Oh my. Right? That was where it was?
Hookshot. No, Hookshot was in Spiral Cave.
Oh my gosh. I was literally
Hookshot was in Spiral Cave.
Oh my gosh. Kevin's got a huge lead progression-wise then.
You called it. You called it there, Zal.
I knew that the Space Cowboys play isn't bad, but it's the gamble of the two. Like, it's not a gamble to go to Death Mountain right now.
So all we are looking for is the big red cane, and we will at least have commentators go mode. Let's see what Super Money Cave offers. There's arrow upgrade and bomb upgrade. So nothing big there. Let's see what Space Cowboy finds. There's big 20. And he's gonna have to go the long way around because he doesn't have the hook shot, and we know why. Yeah, Kevin Caballero with a big, and because he's got that hook shot, he can go right into the hook shot cave. There's 5 more items for him. Maybe 6 if there's anything on the floating island. 5 bomb upgrade. Piece of heart.
Yeah, so
300 rupees.
That means the turtle rot's totally not needed, by the way. That's a good thing.
At this point, that's going to be helpful for him. Big key for Space Cowboy.
Oh,
So
big
maybe the
key in
big
its
chest.
vanilla spots.
Ooh.
Come on. I think Kane at Swamp would be big, but it would also... So it would lead Space Cowboy to Death Mountain. They need to find Hookshot and be in go mode. But I think he'd rather be in Kevin's spot. Like... Do we know what's on that? Do we know what's on the floating island?
I don't think so. I don't think we saw. But I don't think it's anything big. We'll see. There's a bomb upgrade, so Space Cowboy's gonna have to nope on out of there.
Yep. Okay, I like this. So he's made the play on Swamp. I think that's the most obvious play.
It's pretty much the only play he can make at this point. I mean, Misery Mire doesn't really have much of anything. We know that. And without the cane, he can't complete it. So there's still a couple more chests in the back of Swamp that Space Cowboy couldn't check. Truth be told, that's the only play they can make. Wow. This seed, I'm telling you. And yeah, at this point, they still... Here's the thing, folks. Right now, they may not need Fire Up, but there is still a chance, depending on where the big key is in Ganon's Tower. So, unless we find it along the way, that still could come back to haunt them. Plus, if there's a big key, if the big key's on Bonk Torch, boots will then be required. So, Kevin, if he doesn't have if that's the case, Kevin does not have the boots yet. That could come back to haunt him as well. LavanFirestorm taking out Helmasaur King.
Can Kane be anywhere but Swamp? Wait.
Ooh, good question.
Helmasaur? No, not Helmasaur.
No, we already defeated Helmasaur. We know it's not
okay.
there. But Laban just defeated Helmasaur.
So I think it's got to be Swamp.
It's in the back end of Swamp. It's the only place we haven't checked that we can check at this point.
We checked big chest. We checked everything around, like, on the west side. Everything's checked on west side. We can find the fire rod, and then it's like on Mothula, I think.
That would be the trolliest thing we could do.
Did we see what medallion was Turtle Rock? It was Bombos as well. Oh no, yeah,
No.
And it can't be there. So the only thing that could be there is. Okay, so let's temper everyone's expectations. Yes and no, we are in go mode. Because Fire Rod could be required, but they have Lamp, so if they can do the right side room with Lamp, then they're not. So this could get really, really bad soon.
Yes,
we'll find out.
Yes, it could.
I know that they need Kane, guys. I'm just saying that the Fire Rod, even if they find Kane, the Fire Rod could be required, technically.
Yeah. Fire Rod could still be required. So we are not in any confirmed go mode because we still don't know where exactly the cane is.
Mm-hmm.
We just are speculating that it's a 95% chance that it's here in Swamp. And bear in mind, there's still one other thing they haven't gotten yet. They could find the mushroom, and the mushroom could lead to the cane. But we shall see, because Kevin is working his way through Swamp now, and with the hook shot, he can do that. Space Cowboy finishing off Helmasaur King really quickly. And he has not gone up to Death Mountain, though Laban has. He's got his hook shot, so he's in good shape. At this point, Pedestal Seed is all but dead.
Oh, it's dead. There can't be anything on Pedestal.
That's true, because, yeah, Turtle Rock is required.
Yeah.
It's a pendant.
Turtle Rock being a pendant usually kills. Like, the only thing it really doesn't kill that's truly is hook shot. Because even though we use hook shot in that dungeon to, like, gain a speed advantage in a few rooms, it's not actually required. So...
And chat giving us the trolliest possible outcome. Finding the shovel leads to Mushroom in the Grove, leads to Cape. leads to Spike Cave, where they finally find the cane. That's the trolliest likely outcome.
Now, they've got enough hearts that they might check Spike. Anyway, I wonder if one of these runners will check Spike while they're up there. The runners that haven't already left Death Mountain with the hood shot.
That's a good question.
With the hood shot and the amount of hearts that they have, if they have like a potion or a fairy left over, it's not like the worst option to go for. Now, again, the fire rod doesn't block the right side. It just makes it a lot harder and may block it, as a lot of people, I would say the majority of people, are unable to do that room with the torch. It requires a bomb jump. It requires like exiting through a different door, doing a bomb jump to like light the torch and then fall in the pit so that you can light the first torch, and then you have to like run to the bottom of the room. It's pretty hard. So we're gonna see here. This is probably where the cane is. Like outside of it being in a fetch quest.
Pretty much. So we're gonna be watching Kevin Cabarello very closely here, because he's the one that's got the advantage here. What a turnaround! Like we said earlier, he was way behind because he got lost trying to get to Palace of Darkness, and now he's in a position to take the lead.
Bumper is just a bid 20.
Yep, Bumper's already been checked.
Okay, so here we go. There are 2 chests down here, 1 chest above, plus the boss himself.
Yep, let's
One
see
of
what we
these
find.
chests,
Piece
I
of heart.
believe, have to have it.
Yep. I think at this point, our guest, who's been waiting here for quite a while, is not ready to make his appearance. I think most of you know who's waiting, considering. Let's see, last chest, piece of heart.
Okay.
Oh, it's Argus.
Wait, is it? Do we know for sure that there's a dungeon, that both dungeon items were found? I can't remember.
Believe so. I
Okay.
believe so.
Pretty sure it has to be here. Otherwise, it's like in a really weird spot. They haven't checked all the chests, have they? In ice.
I was pretty sure they did.
Have we seen all the chests?
I'm pretty sure Lavan checked them all.
Okay, I was pretty sure on that too, but that's the only other place I could think.
So yeah, I think it's Argus that has to have either the cane or the fetch quests that lead to the cane. That's all we've got left.
Okay, artist, what do you got for us?
He's prepping a silver arrow. Oh no! Oh!
Okay.
Woo!
I don't think he can. I don't think he has a soft lock, but sometimes. So what happened there is he had started.
Big 20.
What?
He doesn't have it.
Wow.
Oh, we are on the hunt now, folks, because there's no place it can be other than it's in the overworld somewhere. We just don't know where.
Can't remember. There's a lot of overworld, and there's 3 runners. It's hard to remember who's checked what.
Yeah. What haven't we checked?
Okay. Do we know for certain that they checked both items in? That they got both items. There you go. They checked everywhere in Mire, right?
Well, yeah, they checked everywhere they could in Mire.
Okay.
Even Kevin's confused. Where do we go? Because it's not. We know it's not in Mire. The only. Do we know for certain we found both items in Eastern? That's the only thing I can think of.
Spike Cave. No, it can't be. They actually don't have the items for Spike Cave yet.
In the logic, they need either the cape or the cane of Berna to check it.
Oh, it's up a chest.
Oh no! Oh my God, you're right! These sound big chest!
I'm done.
Oh my God, I can't believe we forgot about that! Oh, the trolling! The epic trolling of this seed!
Oh my God. So there.
And apologies for anyone who was wearing headphones. I'm sure I just blew out an ear.
I might have. I even did the fake hang up my headphones.
I heard you. Oh my God! Why did we think about that?
Because our runners didn't either.
And shout out to my new fan Noistra. Yeah, well, I just killed another seed. Here I go again. It's always that one item. It's always that one item that just trolls the living daylights out of these runners. And again, you gotta be thinking, oh Lord, why now? After all of this, why are you giving me this kind of seed now?
The game just wanted to entertain us.
It certainly did.
This is why I don't do. This is why I would have dropped out at 04. I would have had the patience to deal with this seed.
No, neither would I. Oh my god. Oh, holy cow. And once again, the chat with the trolliest of outcomes. Thievestown Big Chad swinging to shovel mushroom. Fire Rod, Mothula with a cape, Spike Cave, Samaria. Oh. This is cruel and unusual punishment. And yeah, I agree. The biggest problem is that I don't think any of our runners realized they forgot that chest. So it comes down to who goes there first. Oh my lord. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you folks that if you're enjoying this run and our runners, please give them a follow on Twitch. LavanFirestorm, Kevin Cabarello, Spacecowboy2011, and of course, our tracker, Sir Laugh-A-Lot, and of course, myself and my co-commentator, Zelnus. Please give us a follow if you're enjoying us. I know I'm having fun here. And yeah, you know what, Jethrin, I see your clip. I'm saving that. I might just add that to our collection. Oh, man. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. This is insane. I love it. Oh. And of course, also, folks, since again, we're still waiting for someone to make a new play. If you are enjoying this race, bear in mind, there is races happening all the time on Speed Gaming's 1 through 4, and our secondary tournament happening on Randomizer Mania 1 through 4.
Although that one, if you do end up following Randomizer Mania, don't be surprised that you won't see many matches, as we're currently in the wrap-up week for the first half of that tournament. Brackets will commence next week, though, so there will be that to look forward to.
Absolutely. Oh man. Oh yeah. I think the chat is now hanging on the edge of their seat. Who is going to make the play to Thievestown Big Chest?
That's the thing. I don't know. Space Cowboy looks like he's going.
Oh, this could be a turnaround point if he remembered. Let's see where he's. Nope. He's going. He's walking right past. Where is he going?
I'm not sure. What is he? He probably hasn't done fetch quest stuff.
Yeah, he's checking the rest of the oversold stuff he knows he hasn't done yet. Oh, man.
So all these runners are basically even now. It's just whoever checks that chest. Now, maybe he's checked in the overworld before that chest. He's in the area. We'll see.
Oh. It's moments like this, folks, that it makes me feel glad to be a commentator, because you enjoy seeing the moments like this where you're on the edge of your seat, you don't know what's up. Oh, wait, what's he doing? Cowboy, Cowboy's going for it!
Okay, we're in there.
Space Cowboy may be the one to take the lead here. He still has to finish Swamp Palace, but once he finds that, he's gonna finish Meyer, and then he might be in a position to take the lead here. This is big. This is very, very big. LavanFirestorm finishing up Argus over in Swamp Palace. Let's see where he decides to go from here.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, we see some. We got.
We're catching up here, folks. Give us just a second. I honestly have no idea what's going on right now. Oh, man.
Okay. I hear music again.
Kevin, we see Kevin back on screen, but I don't know what's going on with Cowboy or Lavan. Cowboy, oh, please tell me we didn't miss it.
I don't think so. I think he went to Stallwoods. He was one of the runners who didn't check Stallwoods, so, or the back half.
Oh, yeah, he did. We don't know if he got it.
Spacecowboy got the fire rod, some people are saying.
Okay.
See, that's the other thing I said. It could be fire rod. They could find fire rod, and that Mothula could have the chain.
Okay, there we go. So it was fire rod in Thieves Town. That still means we're on the hunt. Oh man, the trolling just continues.
So Spacecowboy is the only one that's not gonna go into Domain. He hasn't been to Death Mountain. Somebody mentioned that it's gonna lead him to get to go to Death Mountain. It could bait him there, but that would be a fine bait because he'll end up doing everything else on Death Mountain.
Yeah.
So he'll find his headshot and then go into go mode.
Yeah,
So.
He'll realize that really quickly. So it's not a big deal. He's actually gonna check the chest first.
I like that play. Oh, it's the seed.
This evil seed.
Why do none of the seeds or comments say turn out okay? I'm sorry, runners.
How do you think I feel, dude?
I had a seed that could have been sub 110, but both runners forgot they had Titan's mitts for 30 minutes.
So I think I saw the clip of that, or that was a different one. Oh my god, this is nuts.
This is not a 3-3 tiebreaker. This is actually a 0-5 tiebreaker, so that none of these people can determine which of them is not last place. So Mothula might have the item, or it might be in the big chest, which would just be stringing us along even further.
This seed wants to keep us in suspense for as long as it can possibly get away with.
This seed isn't even trolling the runners or the commentary anymore. It's trolling one specific man.
Yeah, let's see what Mothula has. There it is. All right, our guest, take it away.
And that's gotta be Kane.
Thank you very much, Phantom Rio.
Thank you. Only you can do it best, my friend. Oh my god.
I feel like that was the most deserved use of that ever in this game.
Yes. Having to wait.
Yeah,
go ahead.
we thought for a minute that the stream was even going to troll us if it were in the Thieves Town big chest.
That's gotta be Kane? Thank you very much.
Yeah, keep it up, guys. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, sir. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, poor Ryu waiting there for almost an hour and a half to finally get that.
Oh man, it's been entertaining as heck. Oh, don't poor me. I've been enjoying every second of it.
The best part of all of this, nobody else has gone to Mothula.
Well, Lavan's on his way.
Yeah, Spacecowboy doesn't even have the hook shot yet.
We can't even call go mode. We're in commentators go mode. That's it. Kevin Caballero tried to go to Spike Cave and takes a death for it.
Lavan, though, is the one that's closest. So I think Lavan's back in the lead. There was a large portion of this game he was. Kevin was almost there, but he's checking the spike cave, so he's gonna send him back a little bit. Nope, he's gonna go back. Oh, I hope he remembers about the Thieves Town bit chest.
Oh yeah, Kevin Caballero's the one who hasn't checked that yet. Oh my god. This seed, I'm telling you. So once LavanFirestorm finishes up Mothula, he will be in go mode.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give me a minute here. Holy. This is one of the...
about to be in the lead, like by a significant amount, though.
Yeah, indeed. This is kind of... Well, this is one of those scenes where you're like, I need a cigarette after this.
I definitely feel a bit off after playing this seed.
Yeah, yeah. You just gotta imagine the frustration going through our runners right now. You just imagine what's going through LavanFirestorm's mind. What's gonna what he's gonna be thinking when he when he defeats Mothula and finally gets that cane.
The other one is obviously Kevin is just being getting trolled out of his mind this seed.
No kidding. Holy crud. Oh man. And LavanFirestorm finally finishing off Mothula. Ladies and gentlemen, LavanFirestorm has officially entered go mode!
Yeah, he in fact only needs to complete Meyer, which I can't remember if he's been there yet himself. If he has, it's very quick. If he hasn't, I think he wasn't on left side, so depending on the route he takes, could be fine.
Yeah, he's got little to worry about here. So, especially considering
doesn't go and read the pedestal for us.
Well, at this point, he's ready to finish this. I mean, we're almost 2 hours in. We haven't even gotten the Ganon Tower. And for runners as good as these, that's a painful thing to do. Like, to be almost 2 hours in and just now getting into go mode, that's painful. He already opened the dungeon. Why did he have to reopen it?
Because he's mad.
Fair point. Fair point.
Or he is a robot, and robot forgot.
Yeah, even the chat is saying, yeah, he just wanted to kill the bird. At this point, I don't blame him, to be honest, after this. Oh, my lord.
Oh, yeah, he has mirror shields. His robes are even more pathetic than they normally are. Some Zelda 1 runner in the chat just got very confused by that statement. Does he have... Yeah, he is a Bitky, I think.
Yeah, if he full dived into this dungeon, he has already got the big key. He's just gonna run right on through. He's got a small key to get to this door, and he's hopping right on down. He's going right through. He'll be clearing this dungeon in no time. Yeah, I thought last night was going to be my last commentary before I left for the weekend. I am so glad I decided to pick this one up.
Elminster SDA, they're just RTA. They're just doing a tiebreaker race to determine which of these three is not last place. So all three of these runners are 0-5. They decided to stick it out, and so they've been allowed to do a match together.
Yeah. Oh, my lord. We can finally start to calm down now, but this has been amazing to watch.
Yep. So these runners are just deciding to play it out. Essentially their last match of this tournament. I'm sure we'll see them next time. And like we said, if you like what you're seeing, these runners will speedrun on SRL all the time. I think all of them are just racers, honestly. I don't know if any of them do anything more. But if you want to see that, feel free.
Indeed. Lavan now finally taking on Vitreous. Probably very happy to get this fight over with. And with Silver Arrows, just completely destroys Vitreous when you have Silver Arrows. 2 shots here, and the big guy goes down. And that is his last crystal. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know what time it is. We're heading up to Ganon's Tower. There are exactly 22 item locations inside of Ganon's Tower where the big key can be hiding. If you are a subscriber or have chipped in 250 bits or more, you can take your guesses and join the leaderboards. Where do you think the big key is going to be hiding? Zell, what's your thought?
It's always 22.
Oh, with as troll as the seat's been, I would not be surprised. Tile room.
Also, keep in mind that 250 bits or subscription is for any and all channels. So if you want to subscribe for a specific color GG flag, you can do that all you want. So the game will end once he's entered the tower, to prevent anyone from watching their streams to have a better guess. So you never know, it might be in that first chest they check. Now again, they did find the fire rod along the way, or you did find the fire rod.
Yeah, they had to get the fire rod. That was in big.
Oh,
that was in.
Yeah, you're right. Right, the whole sea troll. I forgot.
How could you forget something like that?
Just Samaria being on Mothula is so weird.
No, right?
We went without the fire rod for so long. Oh, this is a good one.
I agree with Hollywood Bob. This has been a really fun race to commentate, just as much as it is for you guys to watch. Again, it's races like this when it trolls you this hard, the chaos that comes from this that makes the randomizer such a fun game to do.
And if you want to join in, there are races literally every hour of the day, night, and morning. So if you want to learn, feel free. Jump in on races.
All right, that is everything. That is all your guesses are in. Let's go. He's going straight to left side. First chest is a small key. Oh, Rip Bob. Oh, in just under 2 hours before we finally get to Ganon's Tower. That is nuts for runners as good as these. All right, so chests 2 through 5. Number 2, big 20. Chest 3, big 20. Chest number 4, small key. Number 5, big heart.
Wrong bid.
Yeah. We need a big, but not those bigs. We need big key. All right, so coming up on chest number 6 over here in the fire bar room. Let's see what's hiding in here. And chest number 6 is burrito.
Yeah, looks like so it's not in the early parts, so Dark Magician route doesn't magically get better all of a sudden. So that gamble's out. Kevin's still looking for his fire rod. Gonna bring the big bomb over.
All right, here we are in the fire snake room. Chest number 7 coming up. Let's see what we find here, and it is piece of heart. Onto the rando room. Called that because unless you're playing randomizer, you would never go in this room. All right, so we're coming up on chests 8 through 11. Chest number 8. Arrows, 9, compass, 10, piece of heart, 11, bombs. So he's gonna warp on over. He's going to the ice armos. He's not even gonna check right side yet.
Seems that's generally the way to go. You wouldn't skip it because it's significantly shorter from here than going from the right side. At least as far as I know. The only thing that this makes slower is doing the right side. The only thing with silver arrows, it's not that long.
That's true. He's got silver arrows. He can clear these ice armors out really quickly. Coming up on number 12 here in what normally is Bob's chest. Mushroom! Well, we're definitely not turning that in. All right, 13 through 15. 13. 10 arrows. 14. 300 rupees. 15. There it is!
There it is. So that is bid chest 16, that's right?
15.
15.
Yep, and the closest guess was actually chest number 14 from our good buddy Dr. Bob Tastic. So at this point, LavanFirestorm, this is his race to lose with how far ahead he is.
This is pretty much down to his execution. Space Cowboy is not too far behind. But...
Actually, he is, because he still hasn't got the hook shot yet.
Oh, yeah, he'll stumble upon that pretty much... Oh, no, not if he goes here. He'll stumble upon that in, like, not too long. It's in Paradox Cave. Once he's in Paradox Cave, he can go to Dark World, and he can just go straight there. So it's not the worst. Where's Kevin checking? Kevin is checking the same thing that Space Cowboy is. But he doesn't have enough health. I hope he found a fairy.
I doubt it.
Oh.
Nope, he didn't get it. And it was Butter Sword! Kind of unnecessary now, but oh man. I've very rarely seen Spike Cave pay out like that.
So yeah, this is... Oh, Kevin's going for it again. But I don't think he has enough health to do... Oh no, he has the blue cane.
Where did he get that? No, he don't...
Okay, no, that was... There's lots of blue items in his inventory.
I know, it's hard to tell, but oh man.
He can hookshot to the end here. He doesn't actually know that though, it looks like. Wait, does Space Cowboy actually not know where to go, or is he...
I have no idea.
You have Mirror and Hammer. Oh, it's never mind. He wasn't stopped. He's there's a bit of frame problems, and Kevin again doesn't know where to go.
He doesn't remember
the use chest, which, to be fair, took us quite a while too, and he did catch up essentially to his opponents.
Oh man, wait, where is Cowboy going into Dark Death Mountain? Okay, I thought for a minute I was really worried he was going to go into Turtle Rock, but thankfully that is not the case. He's about to find his hook shot. He's going to be in go mode pretty soon. Oh, wait. And I think... Okay, it looks like Kevin's going to go back into the Dark World. Hopefully he's heading over to Thieves Town. This race, I'm telling you... Yeah. At this point, even if LavanFirestorm makes some very egregious errors, it would take a miracle for him to lose this race at this point.
Yeah, Yeah. Because basically, Space Cowboy has to make the normal play. Wait, has he not checked Paradox Cave? Yes, he hasn't. See, this is how this happens. When you don't check Paradox Cave first.
All right, so LavanFirestorm making it through the torch room. Is he going to check those last few chests? We shall see.
He's probably
you know he is. He might be looking for red mail just to be safe, but he's got his keys now, so he's good.
Does he have any backups? I can't remember. No, it doesn't look like he doesn't have anything in the bottle. Oh boy, this has been a trip, fam. I don't know why I said fam. Oh no! See, that's. Oh, where is Space Cowboy going?
Oh, Lavan had a ferry still, so he's still not out of this yet. But
oh, hookshot for Space Cowboy. Okay, right. I totally forgot he hasn't done Swamp yet because he doesn't have hookshot. Whew. Kevin is still searching.
Still looking for that fire rod. He does not know that it's indeed your... Ooh, Trolldorm trolling again.
Oh man.
Oh, and again.
Someone's saying he might have done the first one on purpose to grab the ferry. Yeah, there's a big difference between messing up Moldorm and it actually being trolly. Like that was getting backed up into a corner. He could have charged there to get full damage on it. So, and there's 5 rupees. There wasn't really much that could be in there. Maybe
and
a cape.
Kevin, I think, just checked pedestal. I don't think I saw what was on there, but we know it's not anything. So. Okay. Pedestal had couch cash, so we're on to Agate 2.
Then the best part about tempered poke is it's the same as a fire sword or fighter sword poke. It's the way that Moldorm is programmed. Oh wow!
Nice triple.
That's good.
Gets another good hit like that. Down goes Agate 2, and now it's time for the big pig. But yeah, this has been an epically trolly seed. Man, it came down to finding the fire rod in Thieves Town to lead to the Red Cane on Mothula. What a seed. LavanFirestorm now starting his fight with Ganon. If he gets some good RNG, he'll be happy. We'll see.
Just gotta be careful. You can't take too many shots like that for Ganon. He does hurt, regardless of the mail you have.
True, and because he doesn't have a red mail, it's going to be a little harder than usual. So he's got to be extra careful. And even those fire bats can really be painful if you don't have any kind of protection. So he needs to get through this quickly, so he doesn't get himself killed. I mean, he's got plenty of time. He's way ahead.
There was no 4th runner. This is actually a 3-way to not be in last place, or at least not be 05. So these runners are basically doing a little fun thing for the bottom of the non-dropouts.
Yep, Lavan checking his bottles. He's got one more fairy in a bottle, so he was debating whether or not he was going to use it or just save it for a death. He's taken the death, but again, he's got that fairy, so he's not out yet. And that puts him right in, and I think he actually did that intentionally so we would have enough health to get to this last phase.
The seed was pretty awful, and I don't usually say that about seeds.
Yeah, you're pretty cynical when it comes to trolling, but
I say routing can be trolling. I don't usually say that the actual seed is trolling.
But in this case, it really was. Nice double there from Lavan. If you can get one more shot, should do it.
Just needs to light up those torches one more time, get one more shot in, and he is good to go. Had to back up a little bit there so you didn't get hit by the fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, GG to LavanFirestorm. And with that, LavanFirestorm finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 56 seconds. And the seed, I'm sorry, yeah, I think that's the most appropriate thing we could say at this point.
So, we're going to bring Lavin in here for a quick interview, but there is a race starting in about 10 minutes. Just keep that in mind. Hello, Lavin.
LavanFirestorm, man, GG, congratulations.
You can speak in here, Lavin. It's okay.
Ha, microphone was off.
Ha, good. That's good that it was at the first.
So, how about that seed, huh?
I went to so many out-of-the-way locations.
Yes, you did.
What was your when you finally found the fire rod that led to the Canon Mothula? What was going through your mind at that point?
Well, at that point I knew I didn't have to go into Turtle Rock. I'm like, it had to be on Mothula. It's the only thing I hadn't done. It had to be either it had somewhere in Skullwoods. It's the only thing I haven't done.
Yeah, that was insane. To give you an idea of how trolly the seed was, Space Cowboy is just now entering Ganon's tower. That's how bad it was. Also, we can hear the stream in the background on your end.
You can speak in
here, Lavin. My bad. Okay. Wait, I don't have...
Oh, I don't know where I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it from somebody. It must be coming on my... Anyway. Anywho. I think I know what happened. Yeah, I think it's the audio was going through. But nonetheless, it might be coming from your stream because you're in the Discord call now.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the insanity of this seed. Like we were saying this earlier, Zelnus over here is very cynical about how trolly a seed, and even he admitted this one was trolly to the max.
Like I'm really glad I did Darkroom Pod, like because otherwise I think I would have had to triple dip in there. Yeah, I had to quick pull up the map for the Darkroom Pod while I was loading things because I don't actually have that one memorized for the maze.
Yeah, that was fun. Thankfully, you made the right call going on right side Ganon's tower. You know, because of course, last chest was at the key was in the last chest in Armos Knight's room. But man, the hammer, the bow, trolling it. Like when you guys found that I think you were the first one to find the bow in Escape, if I recall correctly, because the other guys did not check that for quite a while.
Oh, like I thought I was behind when I found that bow there, because that's usually a place that people go to early.
No, you were the first person to check that, believe it or not. Everyone else kind of waited on that, and I think that's one of the things that cost them the run was how long that took. So you were making all the right calls. It's just those few items just kept trolling all three of you.
it was ridiculous. Like I was sitting there, I'm like, where's like I knew I didn't actually need the fire rod. I was actually looking for the cane. Then I found the fire rod. I'm like, well, okay then.
Absolutely, yeah. You had to double dip. Like the fact that this particular seed forced you to double dip into both, I believe, both Pod and Desert Palace. That was just unbelievable.
I didn't have to double dip Desert because
it was somebody else. Yeah, it was a couple other
somebody
places.
else might have, but both of the dungeon items were in the right-hand side, which was boot locked.
Oh,
So
man.
I just cleared it all out and never went there, never went back.
Indeed. And look, we do have to keep this short because we have another race that was actually supposed to start already. That's how long this took. But
Yeah, this was a long one, that's for sure.
yeah, to say the least. But we do want to say congratulations on this one. You did a fantastic job despite the trolling. So congratulations again to you.
Yeah, I just brought up the stream now. Did Kevin miscount chests or something?
Thieves Town.
Thieves Town. That was the same one that trolled you. He
Oh,
has not checked it yet.
no.
I think he forgot about it. But in the meantime, we want to thank everyone for watching. If you guys enjoyed our runners, LavanFirestorm, Kevin Cabarello, and Spacecowboy2011, please give them a follow on Twitch, as well as our tracker, Sir Laugh-A-Lot, as well as myself and my co-commentator, Zelnus. And of course, stay tuned. We have another race starting very shortly, so be sure to tune in for that.
Believe we should be able to see the end here, but if he does fall or die at any point, we will have to switch over to the other. But he should be able to beat the tower before 4:30. So if he does this in one shot, we can see the end of this. So
We can at least see Space Cowboys run, but I still want to make sure to remind everyone to stay tuned for that. And we have races going on all the time. We've got a race that's currently going on over on Speed Gaming between Ben Teasy and Sygard, so be sure to check that out as well. And we will have more races throughout the day, so keep your eyes peeled all day long. Not only on Speed Gaming's 1 through 4, but Randomizer Mania 1 through 4. We have a few more races left there at least. Not many,
today,
but...
Actually, today there's going to be 3 tiebreakers, and these are important. These are basically the equivalent of the race that's going to happen on Saturday, but for the secondary tournament. There's a bunch of people who tied in their groups, and they got to figure out who's first and second. So we have a match at 7, 7:30, and 10 that will be on Randomizer Mania 2, then 1, and then we're not sure on the 10 p.m. race just yet. So those are definitely hyped to check out. They are basically as high stakes as it could get right now.
Yeah, I mean, the secondary tournament, even if it's not the top runners, there are a lot of top quality runners, and those tiebreaker races will have the best of those. So you definitely do not want to miss out on that.
Oh, a lot of people probably know Smite, and he's in the 10 p.m. one. And JTB, if you're not known so much for Zelda, but known for other speedruns, so definitely check out both tournaments, especially since both tournaments will be shrinking a little bit starting next week. Only 40 people will be left as of this Saturday.
Yeah, what was that?
For this tournament, there will be 40 people left. I believe that there's going to be 60 left, so there will be 100 runners total across the 2 tournaments as of Saturday.
Yeah.
We cannot tell Kevin where to go. One of the rules of randomizer races on Speedruns Live is you cannot get direct hits on where to go from any outside sources.
As nice as it would be for us to go and say, Kevin, you need to go there. Yeah, we cannot do that. Nobody can do that. He can't even have that on his own channel. So unfortunately, but thankfully, it looks like he's finally remembered to check it, so he'll be on his way. Space Cowboy now finishing up the gauntlet, making his way through the stout robes, as I like to call them. But oh man, this race, yeah. Lavan, you wait till you watch the VOD, especially when we realized that you guys forgot the big the Thieves Town chest. We lost our minds at that point.
Because we were expecting it to be on Argus.
Like, I didn't forget it. It's just, it's hard to route that back in because I didn't get the hammer until so late.
Agreed. Yeah, but when we realized that's where it could potentially be, the two of us lost our minds. It's not even funny. We actually have a clip of that.
But yeah, like, I actually triple dipped into Thieves Town because I went in to check the first 4 chests without a sword and got nothing.
Oh man! By the way, just so you know, the butter sword, the last sword upgrade, was actually in Spike Cave. That was the one place you didn't check.
Ah, yeah, I didn't check there because I knew it wasn't logic, because you need either the cane, the blue cane, or the cape in order to do that by logic, I believe.
Yeah, both Cowboy and Kevin checked it anyway. They tanked it, and they both found butter sword in there.
And
Still
Moldorm is down for Space Cowboy, gets it a little bit cleaner.
I just wanted to drop down and get some fairies. That's what I'm going with.
That's what chat gave you. That's used for the first one. They didn't let you have it for the second one, though.
That's fair.
No, I think grabbing those fairies from the tree or in the pyramid, I think was the right call by you, because I believe you grabbed those. And if you hadn't, you probably would have died to Ganon, and that would have been... It wouldn't have cost you the run, but that would have been painful. Yeah, Jethrian posting the clip was when we lost our minds.
Oh, I see it. Like, he had a different go mode item than I did. He was looking for the hook shot.
Yeah, he left the hook shot.
Only one who's in it. And we finally have Kevin finding the fire rod. Now, again, once Ganon is down for Space Cowboy, we are going to have to abruptly switch to the next race. So, again, don't forget to, if you enjoyed what you saw, the runner's channels can be accessed with !R. I would like to thank our tracker, Sir Fluff-A-Lot, I believe.
Or Laugh-A-Lot.
Sir Laugh-A-Lot. And, of course, my co-commentator, Shade, so I believe you find on YouTube instead.
Actually, I've been moving over to Twitch, so my Twitch link to Shades AT is perfectly valid.
Told you that was a better idea.
Hey, I took your advice, and I agree. It's just trying to, I got to deal with that resolution issue.
I absolutely understand. But yeah, now we are on Ganon, and it should be very easy to get one cycle, especially with this pattern. This specific pattern's actually.
And
really
he's got
good.
butter sword, so he will easily could one cycle this if he does it right.
Oh, you can do it with that position with tempered easily. It's not that one's one of the easier positions, so worked out very well for him.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't even planning on doing any more commentaries this week because I've got a convention I'm going to tomorrow. But I am so glad I decided to do this at the last minute, because this was so much fun to commentate, and I'm glad that a lot of you folks in chat enjoyed it as well. Nice double there for Space Cowboy as well. Very nicely done. And actually, he got 2 doubles. Quick kill. Very well done.
And there we go. Ganon is down. So we again want to thank you guys. Stick around. We'll be doing a hard switch to our other commentators and our new runners. I believe it's just a 1v1. So thank you very much. And don't forget to follow the channels.
Indeed. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. And as I always like to say, rock on, guys.
See ya.